Good day folks, Sean here from Air Photography. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Hover X1 drone. This is from the same company that brought us the V-Copter Falcon and the original Hover. Now I know what you're probably thinking, and I was thinking the exact same thing. The Hover drone is gimmicky, it's a toy. In fact, when they first contacted me several months ago about taking a look at it, I just didn't respond to the email because it wasn't really a product I was interested in. But they were quite persistent. I received several emails from them over the last couple months. And finally one day I was bored. I thought, yeah, maybe I'll just take a quick look at the email and the product. And I was actually quite impressed by the quality of video that it was able to capture. And it had some really unique features. And with the vlogging I've been doing this summer, I thought, well, maybe this might actually be a good tool for me. So I thought, yeah, I'll take a look at it. Now, don't be going and selling your Mavics anytime soon, because this isn't really geared to a person who wants to capture aerial cinematic footage. I think this is geared to a very specific type of creator. Now, as you can see, it's a foldable drone and it's very small. It comes in at like 125 grams, something like that. And it just folds out. So carrying something like this with you in a pocket or a backpack doesn't add any bulk, it doesn't add any weight, so it's not inconvenient to bring along. And the beauty about this thing is that it's fully autonomous, so you don't need a phone to fly it. However, they do have a nice companion app, and we will get into that here in a minute. But it is very simple to use. There's 2 buttons on it. You power it on, you select the mode, and it will just take off. And they've designed it so you don't even need the app at all. Most of the settings you can change just by using the button there. For example, how far it flies, how long it flies for, all that can be done on the buttons. But there's one feature on this that just absolutely blew me away, and that's the ability to take out the sound of the drone while you're recording. You can launch the app on your phone, start recording with the drone, and the AI is going to remove the drone sound so you can actually use the audio and do some commentary. And it works quite well. I'll just show you a quick demonstration of that now. So I'm going to show you a quick demonstration right now how the AI can remove the drone noise from the video. It's actually really interesting how it works. So let's go ahead here. We're going to power on the drone, and we do so by pressing the power button at the top. Long press until the green light on the front turns on. There we go there. Then we unfold it. Now normally that's all we would have to do. We could now just get the drone hovering or doing one of its predetermined flight paths. Because as mentioned, this is designed to be flown autonomously. You don't need the app at all. But in this scenario, we do want to launch the app because it's going to be the app that runs the AI algorithm to get rid of the drone noise. So let's go ahead, we'll launch the Hover app. All you have to do is connect to the Hover drone. You don't have to do anything else. And then you just hold your phone or put it in a pocket. Now I've just got the drone set to hover right now. As mentioned, there are 5 different flight modes, but for this demonstration we'll just use hover. So now all I have to do is press the power button, just a quick press, and it will take off right from the palm of my hand.
Continue. Hover.
And there we go. The drone is now hovering, and I can move around to different spots and the drone will stay locked on me. And what you're hearing right now is on my iPhone, so you're going to hear the drone noise in the background. But if I switch over to the hover camera, you'll notice that the drone noise is now gone. And it actually works pretty good. Sometimes the audio gets a little weird, but for the most part, it's very usable. I do notice that it does change your voice slightly, but not very bad at all. Nothing that I would actually be concerned about. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that works. Now, when it comes time to land the drone, all we have to do is put our palm down in front of it, and it will just go ahead and land. So very slick how that works, and it's very reliable. I've had this for about a week now, and it just works every time. And it is a complete enclosed design here. So the propellers are completely enclosed, so it is very safe. So let's go ahead here and we'll take a look at some of the other flight modes. Now, as mentioned, there's 5 different modes on there, plus a spot you can create your own pre-made mode. And it is simple as pressing the mode button. Right now we're in hover, but if I press the mode button,
Zoom out.
so it's gone to the zoom out mode, and we'll take a look at all these here in a second. The next one is
Follow.
this thing can actually follow you from the back and from the front. And again, we're going to test that out. And it can actually fly up to 20 kilometers an hour. So if you're riding a bike or something like that, you know, you could get some pretty interesting footage. Now you just have to keep in mind there's no obstacle avoidance, so you do have to take precautions. The next one is
Orbit.
it has an orbit mode, so it can circle you. And the last one is called bird's eye.
Bird eye.
And what's really interesting in the way they've developed this is, like I said, you do not have to launch the app. Of course, you can launch the app to change all the settings and parameters of all the different intelligent flight modes, but you can actually press and hold that mode button when you're in the mode that you want. For example, we're in bird mode right now, but watch when I press and hold it.
15 meters. Bird eye.
So now it's going to fly up to 15 meters. If I hold it again,
5 meters. Bird eye.
now it's going to go up to 5 meters. So you can adjust all the different settings right from the drone itself. And that's what makes it such a quick deployable drone. You can just pull it out, get your shot, put it back, and be on your way. Now, a couple things to keep in mind with this drone. Because it is so small and lightweight, it's 125 grams, which is important because in some countries that's going to mean there's going to be a lot less regulations, especially in a place here like Canada. We don't have to follow all the drone rules when drones are this small. But because it is lightweight, you can't really fly it on overly windy days. You know, a light breeze is okay, but I think the wind has to be under 7.9 meters a second, something like that. And when you launch the app for the first time, they also give you a few other tips about it. First of all, it only flies 15 meters high, so you know that is limiting to some people. But you don't want to take it off a steep drop. Just like behind me here, there's a cliff. Because it uses the visual positioning system at the bottom, it doesn't use GPS. This is actually very accurate, but if there's a big drop off all of a sudden, it could confuse the drone. You don't want to fly it over water, and you don't want to fly it over surfaces that don't have a lot of texture. Like if you're on a completely white painted floor, it could confuse the sensors at the bottom. But this can be flown indoors as well, so yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead here. We'll take a look at some of these features. We just looked at hover. Hover, when you launch it, is going to automatically find you. And no matter where you move around, the drone is going to keep pointed at you.
Zoom out.
The next one here is zoom out. And let's change the parameters.
6 meters. Zoom out. 9 meters. Zoom out.
So I've just set it to 9 meters. So let's go ahead and we'll see what that looks like. I'm going to record on this camera too. So again, all we have to do is press the button.
9 meters. Zoom out.
Drone will fire up. And it's going to do its maneuver and then come back. So it did its thing. Now it's on its way back. Just like that. Put our hand under it. And it lands. The video is going to be recorded to the internal memory in the drone. I do believe it's 32 gigabytes of memory, but by the time the system information is there, I think you've got about 22 gigabytes of workable space. So let's try the next mode here.
Follow.
And this is follow. Now, by default, it's going to follow you from behind.
Continue. Follow.
So now it's going to follow me. So I'm going to go for a walk. I'm probably going to go at a frame of this camera, but I'll show you the video from the drone itself, and I'll still have the audio so we can talk. So I can just walk now, and it's just going to follow along behind me. Now I'm going to go this way, and it should turn and continue to follow me. Again, you do have to be careful because there is no obstacle avoidance. So it's just going to follow the path that you're taking. And even if it does happen to hit something, I don't think it would really do too much damage just because it is so small and light. Now when you're done, again, put your hand underneath it and it will just land. Now with the follow feature, you can actually switch it to what's called dolly mode. And I've actually set that up on the extra, they have an extra custom mode there, and I've set it up on that, so we'll test that out here in a minute as well. So let's go to the next one. This is orbit, and I'll have to be careful here because I don't want it to orbit over the cliff.
Orbit.
But let's
1.5 meters.
so
Orbit.
I have it set to 1.5 meters, so that's how far it'll be away from us. But it looks like it's going over the cliff. Hopefully it doesn't go crazy. Nope, there it is. And it's pretty close to hitting the camera, but it actually went up as soon as it detected it underneath it. It actually raised in height. So as you can see there, it just orbited and then it came back. And voila. So the next one here is called Bird's Eye.
Bird eye.
And let's see what we have it set to for height.
7 meters. Bird eye. 15 meters. Bird eye.
So I've just set it to the maximum height, 15 meters. So let's go ahead and we'll give that a shot. It's not too windy today, so it should be fine. So with Bird Eye, it's just going to go straight up, and then it's going to take a shot down. So let's see what it does here. Now it kind of hesitated there for a minute. But yeah, there it is. It's now at Bird's Eye. Now you can hear it, it's coming back down. So what an impressive little piece of tech. So we are going to do a test with the hover and see how well it follows me on my e-bike. As mentioned, this can follow up to 20 kilometers an hour. So I'll make sure I keep the e-bike less than that. And there is a breeze. I don't know if you can see the weeds there moving, but I don't know if that's going to be too strong for this. I'm not quite sure what the wind speed is today, but we will give it a try. So I just put it in standard follow mode first. We'll try that, and then we're going to try dolly with it in front of us. But yeah, so let's get the drone up here. Let's press on the button.
Continue. Follow.
There it is there. It's pointed at us. So I'm doing about 11 mile an hour. So I'm not quite sure what that translates into 2 kilometers. I better stay more in the middle so it doesn't run into one of the bushes on the side there. But I can still hear it behind me, so I know it's still following me. So yeah, it seems to be doing okay. I think the wind is blowing it around a little bit. It is fairly breezy out. I think it's maybe perhaps a little windier than what it's designed to fly in. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Let's see what happens when I turn around. So it just came to a stop. Let's see if it can take a turn. And yeah, it's still behind me, I can hear it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna land it, and then we're gonna put it into the dolly mode. So let's put it to dolly mode. I added that to the custom option.
Dolly track. Continue. Dolly track.
Okay, it is in front of us now. So again, I'll keep it around 10 miles an hour and stay in the center of the road. And I think with this little drone, you gotta have your movement smooth. Like you can start speeding up once it's flying, but boy, that thing's like all over the place. It's pretty windy, but it's still flying. It's still flying in front of us. But I think we're at the threshold of what it's designed for in the wind. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Because how inconspicuous is that if you want to get some interesting shots? You know, you don't want to put a full drone up. This thing actually works pretty good. Now, one thing I haven't figured out is how to make it come back to me when it's in this dolly mode. Every time I walk towards it to put my hand under it, it just flies away from me. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Let's confuse it a little bit. See what it does. Whoa, didn't like that. But I think that's a wind gust. It's actually pretty windy. I should probably stop before I... Oh, there's a helicopter up there. I better land. This thing could take it down. And if you've seen that, that's a quick way to disengage it. You can just grab it and then flip it over. So yeah, that actually worked pretty well. I don't know what the footage is going to look like because it was all over the place. As you can see, it's pretty windy. I think I'm beyond the threshold of what it's designed for. It was a little bit calmer today. I should have done this test earlier, but it is what it is. Now this drone is capable of recording at 2.7K, and you can also record at 1080 at 60 frames per second. So, you know, that's not too bad. And the video quality is pretty good for such a small little drone. Now within the app, you can fly it manually, but this drone isn't really designed to fly like that. It gives you a few basic commands, and that would come in handy if you just want to get some nice reveal shots or something like that. But yeah, I think for some people, this could be a really powerful tool. As mentioned, if you're a vlogger, you're creating social media content, things like TikTok, Instagram Reels, you could probably do a lot of really interesting things with it. And it's just so quick and simple to deploy. So again, this isn't going to be for everybody. If you're a Mavic flyer, you like to capture aerial content, something like this is going to be of no interest to you. Now, if you follow my channel, you know I've been doing some vlogging this summer, and I think for me, I'm going to be able to make good use of it just to get some interesting B-roll at a different element, different shots, different angles, and yeah, I'm going to have some fun with it. Now, right now, it's a Kickstarter campaign on Indigo, so I will include the link to it. I do believe they are shipping now, so you don't have to worry about waiting too long. I'm not sure what the ship times are, but you can order it. I did read that they started shipping in July, so you're good to go. Well, folks, that's basically it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and got some value. Give it a thumbs up if you did. It's always greatly appreciated. And we'll see you in the next one.